That Don't Sound Right is a podcast about talking the way we did before the internet, when you could not prove anyone right or wrong.
All the expertise was contained in the people involved with the conversation. I'm Peter.
I'm Cecil, and I hope you enjoy our conversations. And as you listen, if you find yourself silently saying, that don't sound right, send us a comment. You're one of us.
I bet you they, like me, expected at least several dozen chickens on the dance floor at a time, just really hooping it up.
We really don't know what they wanted.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of That Don't Sound Right, a podcast about talking. We're your co-hosts. I'm Peter Bielman.
I'm Cecil Davis.
And we're just trying to have a conversation without Googling or fact-checking. Those things can so easily kill the conversation.
Rachel, I need to apologize to you in front of the entire audience for leaving you out on the outro, but we do have another live studio audience. Rachel's sitting right here.
Hey, Rachel, welcome to the show. Welcome back,
I'm so
Scott.
happy to be back.
Listener number one, our international brand ambassador. Brent, thank you for being here. Olivia, thanks for being here. Hey, Camille. Hello, Asher. We got a live studio audience for the second week in a row.
Yep.
Because if you're like me, your head's about to explode. Hopefully we didn't leave everyone with too much of a cliffhanger, but here we are. Saturday night. What's going on?
Our first cliffhanger episode, really. And maybe people came back. Now, we know we've got you for two. we got you for two episodes because your dad's on, right? You listen to only these listener number one episodes.
I think I bounced around. Wait, were you on the one where you talk about the blue porch ceiling? I listened to that.
Oh, no.
Haint Blue?
Hank Blue.
Olivia was.
I think you were there for Haint Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
Sorry, I listened.
That's more than Olivia listens to. Olivia doesn't listen to any. So, last week, where we left you was, we were all, except Peter's in Sweden, with his phone in his hand, sitting up at night. The rest of us are in cars here in Winston-Salem, headed toward Truist Stadium with a hen in a harness.
So Truist Stadium is our minor league baseball team.
Very nice venue.
They have doing this promotion called the Fowl Ball.
FOWL, foul.
Fowl, inviting people to bring their hens to the outfield.
Live hens.
Live hens. And
Thank you.
that's an important distinction because they're going to donate unlive hens to the food bank. For every one hen that shows up, they're going to donate 5 chickens to the food bank.
So, and we also do not have an RSVP. We have no ticket to this event because this ticket, from what we understand, is sold out.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how that's possible. That don't sound right.
Right.
This foul ball where there are enough people in Winston-Salem that have chickens that want to come to the outfield of the stadium that there wasn't enough room for them all.
So I would like to interject at this point that I'm very nervous because my chickens are hard to catch when they don't want to be caught. I have clipped the wings on my hens so they don't fly, but not everyone does that.
Okay.
And I was picturing hundreds of chickens just flying around, attacking each other, just going nuts in the ballpark.
That was my dream too.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to go so bad.
So Olivia and I pull into the stadium, and I'm thinking, where are we going to park?
Oh, the parking's going to be, how are you going to, you have to park 5 blocks away with a live chicken?
You're right. So we pull into the stadium, and we're able to pull right up to the gate and park in front of the gate, dead center, and didn't have to, we didn't have to pay for parking.
Free parking.
Free parking.
Right. But it wasn't an issue. You found a spot.
We were able to find the spot right there at the
pretty close
to the thing, and so then I'm thinking, well, how am I going to find Scott and Brent? But then I'm like, well, there they are, right there, just a few cars down, because
There were not many cars. There were what? 6 or 8?
6 or 8 cars and trucks, maybe.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, maybe we got the wrong night.
I thought the same thing. Had I not seen chickens in the truck next to us, I would have been concerned.
Were you early?
No.
I was.
Okay, you got there.
You had said you wanted to get there about 20 after. It started at 6:30.
Yep. And I was there at 20 after.
So we get our crowd together. So it's people we've already talked about. It's me and Scott and Brent, Olivia, and then this other family, the Wolfingtons. So mom and dad, 2 kids. All of us are together now.
Did the Wolfingtons bring their chickens?
They did not bring. They have chickens, but they did not bring chickens.
Them. Okay. And a harness was not needed for this, right? This was optional. Okay.
But you don't know. I actually
thought you got your harness.
I thought it was going to be chaos out there in the outfield, and I was going to keep my chicken harnessed to protect her.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Smart. I was just going to say, Micah has also been on the show before.
Oh yeah, Micah did the smoking or heavy smoking episode. Okay, so we are all now at the ball field. No tickets. And the Wolfingtons had tried to get tickets too.
Well, it's clear. It's been full.
Right. It's full. But we go down and we talk. What's that?
High demand.
And we talk to so they have a table set up and they have a computer set on it.
Yep.
So there's a table. There's a QR code. There's several Dash staffers.
Yes.
And you have already said, they said, do you want to see your ticket? And you said, well, I can't, I don't have it with me.
I don't have a ticket. I just said I don't have a ticket.
How long did you have to wait in line?
There's no line.
There was no line. There was a table, and so a Dash person had come out to the parking lot and said, y'all can come in, leave your chickens in the car for now, come and get checked in. Just bring your phone with your ticket on it, which I didn't have a ticket,
Right.
but I didn't.
You weren't too worried.
I wasn't too worried. I was a little worried.
Oh, you're a little worried?
Yeah. I think at heart I'm a rule follower.
Okay.
So I like to stretch myself and break the rules sometimes, but it's an effort.
I am honored to be part of that stretching for you in this case.
We're all very proud.
I was fully intending to lie my way into this.
So then they said, okay, no problem. We can register you here. I thought, oh, okay.
Registration on site?
Yes.
Oh, no problem.
Scan the QR code.
Yeah.
Well, I got the very same thing there that I got online.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that they were never sold out. I believe they just had some technical glitches, and whoever I spoke to either was misinformed or took a guess, and we just weren't. Yeah.
How many hundreds of people do you think got turned away because they thought it was all sold out?
We'll never know.
Hundreds of chickens.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Many chickens
So
missed
there was
out.
only, I don't know, how many chickens were there? Did y'all get a
I would say 20 chickens.
There were 20 chickens.
That might be
that's
high.
I was going to say maybe a dozen. I met one coming out before I'd even made it in, but there was only a handful ahead of us.
Yeah, there were not many chickens.
Yeah, not many chickens.
Not many
But
chickens.
it sounds like this really was a technical glitch. People got turned away and gave up. They were not as persistent as you. And they probably didn't have someone like me telling you to go at all costs.
And I'm sure Cecil's thinking, okay, they can only get so many people in on this practical joke on me.
Right.
I mean, from my seat, 5 hours away in a different time zone.
You seem a little too happy about this, Peter. I'm still very suspicious. Because here's the other thing. One of the staffers goes, oh, everything will be revealed in 2 weeks. And I'm like, 2 weeks is April Fool's Day.
Oh, no.
Because
I wonder if we're all been part of this joke. Maybe we're part.
Well, somebody's really good. So what? That's one of the things I was impressed with Cecil, because he recognized he's part of the media.
Yeah,
and he just asked one of these staffers, he said, so tell me, why are you doing this? And what was the answer she gave?
At first she was very evasive. She was like, well, we just wanted a night out for the chickens. She thought it would be great to have, and so I kind of was persistent over the course of the ball. And they said, there is something big going to happen in 2 weeks.
Which is April 1st.
And they could not tell us what it is, but this was a lead up to it. Like, they needed this chicken footage, I guess, because they're filming these chickens.
Oh, yeah. So just tell about how this was happening.
We were able to get you on your phone, I think. Wasn't it your phone, Brent?
No, eventually they manually...
Yeah, manually
on their
registered
computer
me.
registered Scott
And my
Scott,
9 friends,
and
8
Scott
friends.
just included us on his
So,
One chicken and
One
8
chicken, 8
friends.
people.
Yeah.
One chicken, 8 friends. So we get registered. So we're at the main gate of Truist. And so we go in, and they kind of take us back to what really was essentially left field.
Left center field.
Left center field, yeah. And so you go down this stairwell, and they open that big door in the back of the wall, and all of a sudden you're out on
The center field.
out in center
I
field.
would like to interject something. I
Yeah.
think there was an opportunity missed right there. Had we come prepared, either with a banner or some spray paint,
Yeah.
we could have. TDSR could have been a permanent part
Yes.
of the outfield wall.
Well, and you did notice that people brought banners.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
there was something going on because like some of the chicken owners had like Stokes County Fair.
Yeah, I saw this picture and I'm thinking, I saw this one. This dude was holding up. This other woman had one, but it looks like it was blowing around. You couldn't even read the thing.
There was some agricultural society or group, I don't know, that was there.
I mean, it looks like they just painted it the day before.
Yeah, it made me wonder if there's a traveling chicken show circuit and that these people were aware of it and it didn't seem unusual to them. It only seemed unusual to us because we are not in the
Or
circuit.
maybe Cecil has enemies in the county fair who are in on this prank.
Right. I mean, I don't know how far-reaching this prank is. I just want to say that it's not April Fool's Day, and I'm on to it this time. I'm suspicious. Even if y'all get me, at least
There's a chance. Now that I think about it,
right.
I'm getting a little chill at my spine.
Oh, I know.
There's a chance your brother has done this to us.
Oh, I know.
And not just to you,
And he
but
is
to me.
He is laughing.
And to you, Skipper.
He is
We
at
might
home
be
laughing.
over my head.
He is laughing right now.
Oh, he's enjoying it either way.
Because he's enjoying it either way. If he knows that he's got us this spun but it did. So we were down there. We're in center field. And because of the people who had complained, they had a cage set up.
I saw that. Yeah, it's like
a pin.
A pin?
Chicken wire.
Yeah, but also the floor. They had a dance floor. It wasn't.
Yeah.
They weren't.
What was the floor made out of? It was like a
It's
white
like
tarp.
some
Yeah. No.
plastic.
That would be a good idea.
Interlocking. It would be like.
Signs for a campaign.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, there was some sort of.
So if you flipped them over, you would see that it was
No,
all the
it was a
county
little
council.
heavier than that. I
Okay.
think it was made for like one of those movable dance floors. I think they probably use it on their field a lot whenever they're having events.
I mean, it wasn't very big. I got a picture of it. I
It
mean,
was
it's
probably
looking like
12 by 12 or
yeah,
something.
it doesn't look very big at all.
And so there was a group of people that they allowed to go down first. And I don't know if these were the ticketed chickens.
I suspect they were.
Yeah, and so they got to get down first, unfurl their banners, and what they would do is chickens of a feather, chickens of a particular flock, could go onto the dance floor all at one time. And they had two chicken DJs
Yes.
dressed as chickens.
I saw these giant chicken costumes.
And so as your chickens were on the dance floor, they would play music for your chicken, and then they would film these chickens. They had
so
like professional photographers.
They had still photography, and then they had what I assume was a video camera on one of these poles.
Okay.
That stays level as you raise and lower it.
Right.
And going and getting all sides of the chickens. So it was some high tech stuff.
Yeah.
Well produced, it sounds.
Yeah.
I wish the chicken DJs had been actual chickens. You
Well,
got my hopes
they were
up.
chickens.
They were in chicken suits.
Yeah, full-blown chicken suits.
I understand they were in chickens.
I mean real chickens.
I'm saying I wish that they'd let the hens pick the music.
I wonder if they put the chickens on.
Rachel, that is just silly.
Everything else about this totally normal, but that's too far.
Yeah. That'd be a bridge too
Like
far.
put the chicken on the record,
it, like-
so you get some
Yeah.
chicken
Oh,
scratch.
yeah.
Exactly.
I don't recall hearing the chicken dance song.
Oh, that's a good
I
point.
didn't either.
Oh, are you
Yeah, that's a
kidding me?
missed opportunity there.
That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
So far it's sounding like a event of missed opportunities. Keep going.
So now the ticketed chickens
you're
are coming
ticketed
off.
chickens. How many ticketed chickens were there? It should be easy to count.
5, 6.
There were like 3 groups ahead of us by the time we got down there.
Okay.
And there was a couple, I don't know, they were singles and doubles.
So they're coming back off the field, but then they run into Scott with the arms, and so now a lot of them are stopping to take
yes.
pictures and talk and
So
ask
these are
questions.
the ticketed chicken owners.
right.
Envious chicken
I forget.
owners.
Does your chicken have a name?
This is a whole other part of the
We've
night.
not referred to. We've only referred to as your hen or your chicken.
So funny you should ask. The hen did not have a name.
Okay.
It came into it unnamed, and I kept getting that question. So I turned it on
Anna and Sarah.
Anna and Sarah, this is youngsters who, I said, well, help me come up with a name. Well, my chicken is blind in one eye. It was under attack by a hawk, and it survived, but it was not without injury. So ultimately, we tried on a lot of names. We were trying pirate-themed names, with the eye patch, and we decided to go.
Whoa. Does your chicken wear an eye patch?
No, that's another missed opportunity. I think the next time we go to a ball.
I was about to go, wait a minute.
So, with the pirate theme, we decided my hen's name is Arg.
Okay, all right.
So he's telling people this as we're down on the field.
So you've made it down. So you've gotten through the throngs. You've signed your autographs. Got your pictures with a half a dozen or so people, and you've gotten down to the field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were wanting to keep the chickens of different flocks separate as much as possible. So there was like a chicken line, so you kind of had to go down in stages.
So
and what they did, tell them what they did between chickens.
Oh yeah, so they between each chicken on the dance floor, they sprayed some kind of cleaning solution, and then hosed it off in between each
so
dance.
This probably addresses the concerns from Facebook. And people are very passionate about this, and they're putting up websites about how to take care of chickens. But everything I read really talked about you want to keep your chickens from wild animals, wild birds.
Right.
It didn't seem like cross-flock contamination wasn't that a big of a topic on those sites. So I think of the Carolina Classic Fair, where they have a chicken house and there's hundreds of chickens in cages stacked not only next to each other but on top of each other. And so
this Peter, it reveals your ignorance.
Were you concerned about this? I don't understand what the big deal is.
But what you don't know about the fair is if you want to show your chicken, which I have done in the past.
Okay. You got a prize?
I honestly have a.
You have a prize-winning chicken?
I had one. It became lunch for some wild animal, but first prize too.
Was it if you want, you're most likely to win?
No, it was. I forgot what it's for. If you want to put your chicken in the fair, at least several years ago when I did this, you had to take it in and get a blood test.
Really?
Yep. Huh. And that's a few days early, and you had to pass a blood test. So
chickens are complicated, man.
Wait, is there enough blood to draw from a chicken? How do you draw blood from a chicken?
I don't know. I sent my wife with it.
Yeah. So
anyway, they do in the fair. They
there's actually.
Well, were you concerned about it?
No, I don't know.
You're not okay.
So we're down on the field. Our turn comes up, and again, Scott by this point is a celebrity because he's got the chicken arms,
right?
And the Dash people that we're interacting with at this point seem very excited about the chicken arms thing.
Who wouldn't be excited about chicken arms?
Yeah. Now the chicken, your chicken, Arg, did not dance.
No
on the dance floor. In fact, he looked a little dejected. She seemed,
it's been a long day, and she'd been waiting in line, and she kept looking down at her arms.
If you can imagine a hen with her head down and almost like her head in her hands.
She was clearly embarrassed by her father.
Yeah.
So at one point, I kind of
been there.
If you can imagine Rachel just with her head down in her hands. Yeah, so that's what we have at this point. But they're still very excited about the arms. Even with Arg not dancing, the arms are still a big deal.
And there was a lot of footage shot of Arg and by the guy with the fancy camera going all around and getting all angles, and the still photographer guy too. Yeah.
Now, so you were guess Arg was the only hen in the...
Yes.
Because it's a single chicken flock we had representation.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
All right.
So now the staff for the Dash were fantastic, especially because I kept hounding this one girl saying, we are with a podcast and none of this sounds right. But she never went we should do so-and-so with the podcast. And
oh, really?
Yeah. I kept trying to throw the bait out there and she never took the bait. But Scott actually asked for.
I offered the chicken could be a mascot, and for exchange for 8
season tickets, box tickets,
boxing. Yeah, and she acknowledged the request.
So what we finally found out is that something is happening in 2 weeks with the Dash.
But not April 1st.
No, not necessarily April 1st. It's not even on a game.
No.
Yeah, it's prior to the start of the season. Something big is being announced. And so this is the part of the show where we are now trying to figure out what is being announced, that they needed footage of chickens that would tie into this announcement.
Well, let's back up just a hair. So R goes down, has her chance of fame and glory on the dance floor. Any other unregistered birds at the event?
We're not sure.
What did y'all do? Did y'all just leave?
No, we stuck around. But
We were the last.
Oh yeah. We were the last.
Ours was the last bird.
Yeah. So we got, she got registered.
Okay.
We registered there at the event.
Yep.
So were people bringing multiple chickens, or was it just one at a time?
I saw 2 chickens on the dance floor.
Yeah, the first.
Saw a max of 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Man, that probably really put a damper on their plans. I bet you they, like me, expected at least several dozen chickens on the dance floor at a time, just really hooping it up.
We really don't know what they wanted.
Yeah, we were there and we can't figure it out.
They seem to be closed-lipped about their goals for the evening.
They went through a lot of trouble and some potential negative press to do this.
So up on the big board, there was the foul ball is up on the big board, center
I
field.
think we got some pictures of that.
And so they had the staffers there. They had the floor. They had whatever they were washing it down with. They had a soundboard. They had 2 chickens. I mean, so there was some effort.
Oh, there's
put into
probably
this.
6-7 employees at least there.
Did you guys try bribery to get them to tell you what was going on?
I wish I'd have thought about that. I didn't. I'm not above that.
There's not a big budget though for this.
Right, for TDSR. No, yeah. You have to buy more T-shirts in order to.
I'll work on that. Sorry.
I mean, Cecil did offer some sort of collaboration with the podcasts and the Dash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Dash could use the
Although
promotion.
the most excited I got was when Cecil turned to me and said, "Your chicken's going to be on the jumbotron."
I think it is.
I think she will be.
So here's my guess for what they were doing. Evidently, the Dash has a deal worked out with Major League Baseball this year.
Okay.
Because if you notice, they closed in the batting cages. And so in order to be like one of these kind of affiliates, your batting cages have to be closed. There's certain
Set up.
boxes that have to be checked. One of them is you have to have indoor batting cages. If they're associated with a team that has a chicken as a mascot,
A major league team?
a major league team.
Did you?
No, I'm just throwing this out there. I know nothing. I know nothing about base. I couldn't. There used to be like the Cincinnati chicken, right?
No.
What was it? What was that?
Wait, they're the Reds.
Yeah, wasn't that it?
They're the Reds.
What was that chicken that like got all that
But
press?
they're a White Sox affiliate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about baseball to say who was the Cincinnati chicken for. I mean, what was the name of the team?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think
about
the mascot was called the Cincinnati Chicken. The team wasn't.
What was the team?
I thought it was just something you ate when you went to Cincinnati.
Oh,
that's Cincinnati chili, isn't it?
Oh, you're right.
yeah.
Chili.
So that was my first guess. What's that?
It's a red chili. It's a green chili.
The other thing that got thrown out was, are they putting a Chick-fil-A inside the stadium somewhere?
Or Canes.
A what?
Canes.
Canes.
It's chicken.
Raising Kings.
Another,
Well,
another
but-
chicken place.
The thing that they said about that was, they were doing that. Do you think they would have done something with cows?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
But maybe
Yeah, it
chickens.
wouldn't have been Chick-fil-A.
It could have been one of those cow pie nights.
It won't be Chick-fil-A. So I read the email that you
Yeah,
received.
okay, yeah, I received the email.
So Scott receives an email. So I guess you logged in, created an account.
when I got there, they wanted my name, address, phone number, and email address.
Okay.
Mother's maiden name.
Probably.
Social security.
Ah, yes. Did they take your information, Cecil?
No.
No, because
Everyone.
it was a manual process and taking time, I just put everybody was a guest of me.
So this is a practical
Mark.
joke on Cecil.
It didn't quite.
They missed this part.
Yeah.
If it's on us, we're still.
We're sunk.
We're
Yeah.
sunk.
We've taken it hook, line, and sinker at this point.
Dear Scott, thank you for attending last night's Fowl Ball. We hope that you and your hens had as much fun as we did. For every chicken that attended the Fowl Ball, we are donating 5 chickens to Second Harvest Food Bank. Thanks to you, we are donating over 30 chickens. Now,
Let's do the math on that. This is why we had the calculator out, Brent.
if my math serves me right,
Yes. Now,
there were 6 chickens that went to the Fowl Ball.
that would be
Over 30.
chickens.
Over 30
And at
chickens.
least one of the 6 was unregistered.
correct. Initially unregistered.
And as a thank you for attending the event, we have added tickets to your account. Which, what account?
We need to find
I
your
actually
account.
didn't even read that till after
Okay.
you told me about it.
Evidently, they have for our Salute to Winston-Salem game on May 10th.
Right.
May 10th,
Okay.
7
yeah,
p.m.
Yeah,
all right?
I'm free.
We'd also love for you to join us for our press conference, which will include mention of the Fowl Ball with a
April
little
1st.
with a little smiley face with a wink. All right. On Tuesday, March 26th at 2 p.m.
Oh, really?
We got to be there for that.
March 20th, that's right before your birthday.
March 26th,
And where did it say where the press conference is?
At what time?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. at the stadium.
This is where my brother jumps out and goes, "Gotcha!" You know
Yeah,
that, brother?
exactly.
At the press.
We're
So-
going. We are going. I'm going to get pranked on this one. Can't make it? That's okay. We'll also be announcing via email and social media. So
So they're announcing whatever it is
whatever is
at
going
that
on
press
with the-
conference.
yeah.
I actually can't make it.
All right.
Can someone else go?
Address your calendars right now, please.
I'm going to be in South Carolina that day.
I can make it. I'm there.
All right, so if you need some credentials, yeah.
Can I bring
Just
the
give
chicken?
him the arms.
Yeah, yeah, sure. You can take the chicken, the harness, the
Can I bring
arms.
Arg? I'll leave her in the. I'll just leave her in the cage and just bring her in. And say, hey, this is your star.
Say
Okay? This is the star. Everything you're talking about right here, people. This is why we're here.
this is
It's
why we're
hard.
So all this for better or for worse, all this comes to be revealed in another couple weeks.
Yeah, so I guess we will have so after we were talking about this, I feel like this was going to be a 3, not a 2, but a 3-episode series. First, we talk about leading up to the event. We talk about the event, and now there's 2 things we can cover. First is the press conference,
Yeah.
and the second is the psychological damage that's impacted us all about this whole event.
Do you think they're changing the name from the Dash to something with a chicken theme?
Well, I think that's a real possibility.
Maybe Mrs. Dash is taking over, and this is the chicken seasoning that we're going to use.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're just using the Dash as a tie-in.
I love it.
I'm just spitballing at this point. So,
What else could they be doing? I mean, they could be doing like a chicken restaurant. I like that idea of Cane's inside the stadium or in some other. I don't think it's Chick-fil-A because the cow is really the deal for them.
right.
We could be changing the name. Now, we changed the name. Changed the name when we got the new stadium.
stadium.
It wasn't that long ago, and it was done by. They had involved the public in.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
big deal.
The Dash.
Maybe they just don't love it, or maybe they sell a lot of merch whenever they change the name.
Yeah, it's a kind of a refresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably. We'll know in 2 weeks.
What else
I
could it
was
be?
thinking maybe that, you know how they have like the minor league teams?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe they're like starting a new
Minor.
minor league team and they're going to be like the dancing chickens, the dancing hens. I don't know.
It could. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's.
Or you know how they have the disco turkeys
Exactly.
as a college that play there too. They're not affiliated with the Dash, but they play at this.
Oh, it's kind of a. It's kind of a.
It's a college.
Is it college or is it more like a rec league for adults?
No, it's a college age. It's a wood bat league.
Okay.
Well, they're fun too. They usually have maybe 100 people there, but they're kind of fun. But
It's
maybe
a
they're going to.
bat league.
I think so.
What does that mean?
Well, it means so a lot of.
I mean, I know what it means, but
So I believe in college they play with metal bats.
Yeah, you use aluminum.
So
so
when
if
you
you-
take a tree, cut it down.
So I believe.
glad you're here, Rich.
I believe that there's not that many opportunities if you're not in the true minor leagues to play in a league like the major leagues that uses wood bats.
Okay.
I think that's it. But so maybe there's another team going to be coming in and playing in the field that has a chicken as a thing.
Any ideas, Brent?
Your friend Amy Cecil mentioned that I guess when they initially built that stadium, they were going to be putting in restaurants like even outside of it.
Oh yeah. We're supposed to be surrounded by
I
restaurants
don't
and
know
stuff.
that.
So we were debating whether we're going to do 2 shows or 3 shows. So here we are releasing this. When you hear this, the press conference is in 3 days.
Can the public go to the press? Surely, if it's a
They were
press
inviting.
conference.
They were inviting. Yeah, they invited us to go.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys
They
get
invited
press
Scott.
passes?
I don't know. We'll be out. Have our That Don't Sound Right swag on.
You should get a microphone and ask some questions.
like one of those red carpet
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
I think we should make up our own credentials. Let's make up a badge. With
We're a
lanyard.
legitimate podcast.
Yeah, we're legitimate.
As legitimate as any podcast.
We can bring a voice recorder, and
Yeah.
say, or actually, most journalists I've seen, they use their phone. They got the voice recorder on.
Peter, I'm sorry. I meant to get some audio while we were there, and I got so caught up in the whole
Oh, really?
chicken
Really?
the foul ball, and I have no audio from the day.
That's fine. I mean,
You even instructed me to do that, and
that was really. I was hoping at least to get just.
Yep.
But there's only one chicken at a time. It's not like I'm going to hear a bunch of feathers.
No. So I just want to say that the people working for the Dash were fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
And they did not reveal anything to us other than they gave us fodder to talk for 2 episodes on this podcast.
That's right.
And possibly a third. And also hats off to my brother, who's got me so on edge this year that I still think that this is still a possibility that he has somehow orchestrated this entire thing, including the press
If I'm
conference.
him, I'm taking credit for it. Anyway.
Right.
Oh yeah. He's won no matter what.
He's won. Yeah, he's won this year. Yeah, he got me last year, and he's got me again this year on this. So it don't sound right, but we have really come to the end of the 2nd episode regarding chickens.
Well, before we close, we want to thank everyone for listening. I hope your minds are about to explode. Your heads are about to explode like mine was. If this is your first time and enjoyed the conversation, would you consider hitting the subscribe button on the platform you listen with? Looking at Rachel.
I am subscribed.
All right.
I have reviewed. I'm giving 5 stars on the Apple
You were the
Podcast
one.
app. Yes.
Right. Also, if you're a long-time listener, please give us a rating and leave us a review so others can easily find us and join the conversation.
All right. Wonderfully Made Designs advertises with us. Did brand ambassador shirt here. Is a small business specializing in custom-made T-shirts and decals. Contact Casey at Wonderfully Made Designs on Facebook, 139.14. Use TDSR10 for 10% off your first purchase. That Don't Sound Right is a production of TDSR Podcast in conjunction with Camel City Studios. I'm your co-host and sound engineer, Cecil. Peter's your other host and web designer. Camille is our part-time barista. Thank you, Camille. Emily does our graphic design. Elle does our Instagram. Giorgio tests our merchandise. Britt is our international brand ambassador.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Need to go through the studio again. Olivia, Camille, Asher, and Rachel. Rachel, I got you in there this time.
Thank you.
And as always, listener number 1 is Scott. So until next week, keep talking.
And stay curious.